Welcome back to Star or Shovelware, my name's Luke, and with a thumbnail like this video has, you know that can only mean one thing. That's right, time for another Lude one, where today on the channel we're going to be taking a look at a game called Neko Secret Room, another classic East Asia soft title in which you play as a character called, well, to be honest, she's never actually named, but she sneaks into her best friend's room and discovers her naughty little secret. So let's not waste any more time and just get into it. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content and want to see more. So like most Lude titles I've had the pleasure of reviewing on the channel, Neko Secret Room doesn't really have much in the way of a storyline, but in the intro we see our character shiftily making her way towards a friend's room and popping inside for a bit of a nosy about. Inside she finds a pretty ordinary looking bedroom and a frame rate in the low 20s, and the game allows you to wander around the bedroom and say hello to the resident cats. After this, you're able to head over into the bathroom, where in not an at all creepy manner, you're given a selection of clothing to try on, presumably from your friend's wardrobe. These include a swimsuit, another swimsuit, and a schoolgirl's outfit, because why not? And aside from plain dress up, you can also customise your character, messing around with the size of the boobs, hips and height, as well as a few different hair colours and skin colours to pick from. Once you're happy with your waifu of choice though, you can then slink off back into the bedroom where you can get her to give you a bit of a dance. Not that kind of dance though, you filthy little bastards. Just some weird kind of hip swaying, spinning around like you're off your tits on something tasty, and a bit of the old body popping for good measure. Over on the bedroom wall you'll also find a dartboard where you can go up against the spirit of Eric Bristow, who will win every single game and never fails to hit a treble 20. Admittedly it's not a great darts game and the aiming reticle appears to do whatever it likes most of the time, but it's still better than that bag of dicks bullseye game.
That's a bullseye!
Now, the final thing left for you to do in the bedroom, and admittedly the thing you've all been waiting for, is to access Neko's computer, which you achieve by hacking her 4-digit password, likely to have been something like ass, boobs, or perhaps even cock. But whatever it was, you're in, and now you have two different folders to explore filled with some lovely lewds, supposedly taken by Neko herself, who is apparently a photographer of some kind. Anyway, you can access any of the 12 images you find here, and much like the Hentai Une and Hentai Love Not War games, each image comes with 3 different stages. In each of these, the images themselves are broken down into squares aligned on a grid, and it's your job to put them back together, swapping out one piece for another until the image is once more complete. At which point you'll then unlock the next stage of the image, which of course removes an item of clothing but breaks the image down into even smaller fragments, making it more difficult to solve, with the third image going a step further, removing all clothing but censoring the meaty bits with a patch of clouds or something along those lines. Now there are 12 images in the game, each with 3 stages, and I fully solved a few of them for review purposes of course, but doing so didn't seem to unlock anything new, so no new clothing, hair colours or additional image folders to explore. I dare say there could be more to unlock if you managed to complete them all, but I'm far too lazy and nowhere near horny enough for that, and unlike the other games I've mentioned, there's no magical auto-solve button in the game, and the images are actually a little bit more complex, so if you want to see them all you're going to have to put in a bit of work. All in all though, there's not an awful lot to be said about the gameplay in this one. It's well down there, deep in the low effort side of things, and overall I'd say it'd likely take you around 1 to 2 hours to work your way through all of the puzzles, though this of course depends on how much experience you've had with the previous games I've mentioned. If you enjoyed those games though, then you'll probably enjoy this one. Now when it comes to the visuals and audio, outside of the puzzles, the room itself doesn't look too bad, but as I've said that frame rate is a little bit shaky. Our protagonist looks alright too, though there's not much in the way of customisation for her, and I just decided to turn her blue for no reason whatsoever. When it comes to the puzzle images, the artwork is of decent quality, which is a good thing because no one really wants to look at a pair of Crayola titties now, do they? Though the detail of them does vary from image to image. Audio wise, not much to be said to be honest, a couple of simple sound effects and a selection of stock music, containing one track that I've definitely heard in another game, though I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Overall, decent visuals, below average audio. So performance wise, I'd say the game's frame rate sits around 25 frames per second in the bedroom parts, but there's very little to do here, so to be honest it doesn't really matter in this instance. When it comes to issues, there's not much that could really go wrong with this one, but the one issue that I will warn you about is when solving puzzles, where you should make sure that you don't move your selection too far to the left. If you're not careful, you can end up in the side menu and accidentally reset the puzzle, undoing all that hard work and progression you've made so far. Overall though, let's be honest, this is essentially a hentai uni game with a little bit more meat on the bone, but it's nice to have a few more features in the game as opposed to just a menu system, and it's a little additional loot for your money I suppose. Now I'm not going to admit to having had a good time playing this one as not to tarnish my squeaky clean reputation, but what I will say is that I'm getting surprisingly good at speed solving these images, which probably says too much in itself. When it comes to my own personal rating though, I suppose for the extra effort I have to give it a slightly better rating than Hentai Uni, and so I'm going to give Neko Secret Room 1 out of 5 stars. Is another one for the Lude collection, this one, for all you fans of what appears to be becoming a growing genre on the Switch, and if you like what you see here, be sure to check out my reviews of Hentai Uni and Hentai Make Love Not War for more of the same. And so that about wraps things up for this review of Neko Secret Room on the Nintendo Switch. Let me know if this one tickles your fancy and what your favourite Ludes are down in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this review, the bastards keep demonetising these videos, so if you wanted to help fund my dirty habit of reviewing these kind of games, feel free to drop on over to my Patreon page. As always though, hit that like button, subscribe for more Switch reviews and content, and don't forget to wipe clean your Switch once you're done playing this one. Take care and game on.